What is up, Texas hockey fans? Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice. We went on a little hiatus. We had a Christmas break just like the NHL did, but we are back. We're going to recap what happened last week. We're going to preview the New Year's back-to-back for the Dallas Stars at home and on the road. We're going to have a lot of fun on today's Clean Sheet of Ice. I'm your host, Stone Strangler, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Stone, we're finally back. Christmas was great. Had probably too many tamales,
Sure.
if you ask. But Stars have had a little bit of a play game, take some days off, and we've done the same thing. But we're back. The Stars are doing what they normally do. They've been in some tilts, to be honest. Like they've been in some great games, and it's good to be back right before the New Year starts.
Yeah, we got a little back-to-back, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Kind of shitty. Like, I guess the NHL, they give Thanksgiving and Christmas break. Like, they actually get those days kind of off. So that's great by the NHL. And then they kind of play on New Year's and New Year's Eve. And that's kind of tough going against the college football playoffs this year, both taking over the 31st and the 1st. But I'll be watching. I don't care. I'll bring my laptop to the function. I'm here at the lake house in Georgia. So there's going to be football on every single TV. So I'm going to have to walk around with my laptop. But that's okay. I'm dedicated. I'll be doing that. I'll be watching the Stars on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast, brought to you by Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. And shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code CSOY when you sign up. Play your first $5 and get $75 in bonus entries using our promo code CSOY. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Well, Dom, let's get into it. So last week, I had a lot of traveling. I went back to the South, was in Alabama, got to Alabama maybe 10 minutes into the game against the Red Wings. So I missed the first 10 minutes. I was listening to it on the ticket. Kind of a funky game, a strange one. Like, obviously, I don't think the Stars played what they really wanted to in the first period, and James Van Riemsdyk gets the goal there to make it 1-0 about 10 minutes into the game. So it's not a bad position to be in. It's a familiar position for the Stars. I didn't think they played horrible based on what I was listening to. And then when I came in, obviously I didn't think they played bad. I just don't think they were playing super aggressive. I think they were trying to find their feet after a pretty lengthy schedule here. Like, just been going back to back to back to back to back to back is what it felt like. And it's kind of it was their last road game before Christmas. Maybe they're a little distracted. I don't know. But I thought the first period was fine. I don't think it was great, though.
No, they definitely. I think Casey was in net that night, and he took a lot of heat at the beginning of the game. Held his own very well. Obviously, Van Riemsdyk gets one there, but towards the end of the first, Dallas goes on the power play, and it was an unbelievable setup. I think it was for Rupe.
Yeah.
It just goes a few inches the wrong direction and gets stopped, but. Yeah, no, it definitely felt like we needed to restart the engine in this first period, and that's what we saw on the ice.
Yeah, and it was fine. Like, it was only 5 shots on goal, but I mentioned it with Savannah in a previous pod, is that goalie had been talking about how his top 6 guys, they look for A++ chances, and the bottom 6 guys, he wants them to just take chances. Doesn't have to be an A chance, doesn't have to be a B chance. He just wants them to get shots on net, kind of tire the goalie out, and then let the big guys get out there and take their A++ chances. I think that's what they're doing. So I'm not worried about the shot count. I actually heard a stat the other day. I don't remember if it was Empty Netter or Spit and Chicklets, but someone was saying that teams that are really good in the NHL right now, top of the standings, actually take less shots than the teams that are losing right now. And that's the A++ chances versus the B+ chances or the A chances. And the Stars take A++ chances. They wait for the right moment. And we were kind of frustrated by that last year in the DeBoer system. But this year it's more fluid. Everyone can kind of play whatever position once they get in the O-zone. So I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, in the second period, they got 13 shots up against Detroit. But Rupe gets that power play goal and halfway through the second period from Mikko Rantanen, Mikko's Apple Orchard, people forget, and Jason Robertson. And then Jamie Benn gets another one there just at the end of the second period. You take the lead 2-1. You're feeling pretty good going into that second intermission.
Yeah, the boys are really rolling passing wise. Like the puck possession was really great. When Dallas has really good puck handling from the blue line, it spells trouble for their visiting teams. And in that second period, you really noticed it. I love that quote from goalie because I didn't know about it, but when you're watching the Stars, that's exactly what you see on the ice. Like Ritzkovian, Maverick Borg, Sam Steele's been up in the top line. I
Yeah,
think Ritzy was in the top line the previous game.
yeah,
So, you love those Jamie Benn just being a pest in front of the net. And when you're playing like that, like I've seen stars play at their best when they're behind the goal. I don't know why that is, but they seem to really step forward. And that was a really good second period for Dallas.
yeah. That second goal though, right at the end of the period was really fun because that was a great play by Jamie Benn, back checking a little bit into the zone. Justin Ritzkovian picks up the loose puck, kind of no one around. He just like, oh, there's a puck there. Sends it over to Matt Duchene. Matt Duchene streaks into the O zone on the right side, and Jamie Benn's on the left side, kind of wide open. Just great backhand pass from Matt Duchene over to Jamie Benn, wide open net. That was an easy one. So you're feeling pretty good at that point. Like 15 shots on goal in the second period. And then it happens again. They get shut down in the third period. There's not a lot of shots on goal. Wyatt Johnson does get a power play goal, but you kept taking penalties and you kept giving
Yeah.
the Red Wings more chances. Obviously, the Red Wings tied it about 3 minutes into the third period, and then Wyatt gets the lead back 3-2, a little over halfway through, and then Dylan Larkin ties it with about 4 minutes left in the game, and you're just like, what can you do? You take a point, you go to overtime and see what happens. I thought overtime was pretty good for the most part. Like they took their time and they took their ozone chances and stuff like that. But then obviously they get the rush, and that's how goalie always mentions it. He's like, overtime usually ends on a rush. Like if someone's going to score in overtime, it's going to be just going the other way. You took a shot, they get the rebound, someone's already streaking, they get a one-on-one chance with the goaltender. That's kind of what happened with Dylan Larkin there in overtime, and it is what it is. You take the point. The Red Wings were first in their division, one of the best teams in Eastern Conference when you played them right before Christmas too. You're on the road. You're about to come home for 3-4 days and then get back on the road. So I don't know. Take a point. It wasn't a bad game. I just don't think that they played their best.
Yeah, yeah, and if you listen to the Powers Brothers, they have been very bullish on this Detroit team.
Yeah.
Larkin, man, he's as good as advertised. Like, he's box office. I can't wait to see him play come Olympic time, but
I would
no,
love to
like
have him and Robo on a line. Larkin center the line, put Robo on the left wing, and then throw whoever you want on the right wing.
oh my goodness.
Which we're going to find out tomorrow, by the way. So we'll talk about that on Friday's pod, is who's on the Olympic rosters for both Canada and the U.S., because we know who's on Finland.
Yeah. And they have to be like, there's some kind of game being played that I just don't know about. Like, I don't understand. I mean, last year, who was it that was like leading the NHL in points that was left off one of the rosters?
No, I can't remember. Yeah, they say Robo doesn't check. Robo checks. He plays defense now. Or I think he's always played defense. I think he's taken his defensive leap this year. I think it's a lot better. He's in better positions. He's more active. His hands are more active. He's feisty. He's throwing hands every once in a while. He's throwing slashes. He's just doing all kinds of things that we didn't see often last year, and he's doing them often this year.
Entire league, and it's as deadly. So if he's not on the team, there's a flag right behind me who I will be very much rooting for. I'm already rooting for them anyway, but there is an allegiance that I will be dying on, and that is the great country of Finland.
I think I tweeted it the other day. I was like, if Robo isn't on the team and Jake Ottinger isn't the starting goalie for Team USA, Team Finland, baby. White and blue. We're bleeding white and blue, boys.
So me.
We're rolling with the Finns. But yeah, like Robo, I think he had a good game against Detroit. I know he didn't score, but like decent game. He's a really underrated passer. I think that's a huge aspect of him getting on the team, and he's incredible on the power play. It's like, I know you got all the best guys in the world, best guys in the country. This guy is first in points and like assists and goals since the 22-23 season for USA players. In what world do you leave the best scorer in your country for the last 2.5 years, 3 years off the USA roster? I don't see that. I can't fathom it. And I think Bill Guerin's going to do it. And that's the craziest thing to me.
It's just, you have to think like Wyatt's name for Team Canada is just not even talked about. Like,
Right.
you never hear his name talked about with the pundits. And you have to think like, they're playing in Dallas. They're not getting the media coverage that, somebody in Edmonton or Toronto, like, it is what it is. luckily, we have the best fans that are so loyal to them, and trust me, when those rosters get announced and one of those names, probably both of those names might not be on those teams, you're gonna hear it from Dallas fans. So just other teams, like, just get ready for it.
And it's going to be interesting. So we're recording this on the 30th, by the way. The show will come out on the 31st. And we should know either on the 31st or the 1st what the actual rosters are. They are going to be finalized on the 31st for the Olympics for Team USA and Team Canada. So we'll know who's on those rosters maybe tomorrow, but maybe the 1st. I don't know if they're going to announce it to the public on the 31st. That's the only thing. But we'll move on to Chicago and Dallas. They're at home before another little break there, and they play on the 27th, and they don't play again until the 31st. So another longer break. Interesting game. No Bedard. They just didn't have guys on this roster, and they were playing doggish. It was 4 lines of fourth liners is what it felt like the whole game. They're just grinding. They're playing hard as they can on defense. They're bull rushing you with the puck. Like, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Bertuzzi gets that goal pretty early on in the game. It shouldn't have happened. I don't think. Just a bad pinch play by Miro there at the top of the ozone, and the puck sneaks through. Bertuzzi gets to go through, and it is what it is. It's kind of a one-timer cross crease. It wasn't on Jake. Jake didn't really have a chance in that one from Vlasic and Bertuzzi, but Nils Lundqvist tied that game up in the first period. It was good to see him back. It was like 16th game of action, 17th game of action this season, so back from injury. So that was good to see him getting on the score sheet, especially from that distance. It was a great screen by Sam Steele. I will never trade Sam Steele. And Mikko Rantanen's Apple Orchard alive and well, obviously, because primary assist on that one too.
I mean, almost every single goal that goes in for Dallas, Mikko Rantanen has some sort of hand in it. Like, there's been a lot of great play from great players this season. Mikko Rantanen's name is for sure in the conversation for an MVP nod. Like, he has been the catalyst for this team, and everyone has played well. You mentioned Sam Steele.
Yeah.
I think on that Bertuzzi goal, he got caught in no man's land just because it was not
He was
completely
trying
his
to
fault.
cover ice, and he didn't cover a player. Yeah.
I've seen, not a lot, but I've seen some Stars fans very upset with Mr. Sam Steele. The guy is doing everything you want. It's just sometimes, like, the play isn't happening. So, like, if you ask goalie, he's probably very pleased with the way Sam's playing. It's just things aren't going his way right now. We've seen that happen with Robo early last year. We're just shooting the puck, one go in. Sam has been playing well. Ritzy has been on a tear lately, and he has been so fun to watch this year.
Yeah, I think we've got some fourth line grinders that have top 6 skill. I don't know if Ritzy's in the top 6 skill. He might be bottom 6 skill, but he's worthy of being on an NHL roster. He grinds his dick off, basically. He's like always doing something for whatever line he's on. I love the Ritzy Duchesne pairing right now. I'm a big fan of that third line. I think that's a lot of fun with Maverick Bourque. I think they kind of have a little bit of everything on that line. You got skill, you got speed, and you got grinders with Ritzy and Bourque. They can go grind for Duchesne to get a little bit of open ice to set them up, or have Duchesne set himself up. I think that's a lot of fun. And then Sam Steele kind of mixes in there with the third line, and Duchesne will come up to the top line. I love both of those. Like, you get a fourth line grinder up with the top line. He goes and does all the dirty work for Mikko and Wyatt. They don't have to expend energy fighting for the puck, and then they can get the puck free whenever Sam gets it to him. Like, I think that's really fun. But then when you put Duchesne on that, it's like hyper skill, hyper IQ line, and it's just like, oh, we're going to see some of the dirtiest and filthiest passes that we've seen this season when you get that line together. And when you can mix and match that mid-game, like, you could just throw them on a shift here, you throw them on a shift there, you just kind of mix and match, and then all of a sudden it gets harder for the other team to just be like, okay, well, yeah, it's Mikko and Wyatt, like, we're going to clue in on them, but oh shit, Duchesne's out here now. What's up with that? And then Sam Steele shows up, and you're like, okay, yeah, that should be fine. And then he's just hitting you through the boards. He's finding the puck on the boards and getting it out into open space with Mikko one-on-one with the goaltender. You're like, oh no, that's not good. Or you can even throw Ritzy up there and does the same thing and just is a fireball. Because Sam, I'm sure Sam is passionate and everything. He just doesn't show it when Ritzy's out there. You're going to see some shit. You're going to see some shit. I love Ritzy.
I love how Ritzy plays like he has something to prove. Like,
Yeah.
he has no fear in dropping the gloves when he needs to, and that's something I've been loving to see out of him. But he'll go get that puck in the corner. He will go play 200-foot hockey. I mean, he's been so great to see.
Yeah, and that goal from Ritzy against the Blackhawks in the second period was just off the post, basically. It was a rebound shot from Wyatt. Mikko set him up. It was kind of Mikko and Wyatt on one side, and Ritzy was just like trailing on the other side. There's only one or two defenders in there, so they had an odd man rush. Wyatt put a great shot on goal. I think Robo hit the post twice in that game, just ringing that right post. You could see the marks on it during the game, so that was tough. But it is what it is. It's a 4-3 game. You lose in a shootout. Mikko lost the puck in the shootout. Everyone's making fun of him, whatever. Jason Robertson not scoring in the shootout and Wyatt Johnson not scoring in the shootout was shocking. You know, you just expect them. It's like, oh, Wyatt's up. Oh, Robo's up. Like that puck's going in the net. And they made some good plays. Robo lifted it over the net. Wyatt is a good save on him. And then Mikko lost the puck. That's kind of just how the cookie crumbled. Matt Duchene's was pretty gross, though. It's just casual. Yeah. So easy for him. So it is a shootout. You can't get mad at a shootout. You can get mad that you didn't score on the power play, though. 0 for 4 on the power play. They played a great PK. I think they're one of the top 3 PKs, maybe top 2 PKs in the NHL when we played them. So hell of a job by Chicago to shut it down. Played that kind of aggressive PK style where they're just bull rushing whoever has the puck and making it hard to get passes and kind of set up the offense. So all that really was is just not scoring on the PK or on the power play. Like that's all that game really came down to, I think.
Yeah, like Chicago's such an interesting team. It felt like we were playing the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Like just a pest in front of the net. Otter in that third period was making some lights out saves. Like that doesn't go unnoticed for me. And also, like, you're in Georgia, so you weren't there. The broadcast, that crowd was buzzing. Like they
sounded good.
Yeah, they were into it, man. Obviously you want to come away with 2 points. But it's really good to be in high danger games like that. Like just one mistake can cost you a game, because when we get to the postseason, we'll have that experience like we always have.
Yeah, I'm not going to take anything away from an overtime loss and a shootout loss. It's just like you didn't play well enough to get the win, but you played well enough to get a point. It's a loser point, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is okay because, I mean, I'd be shocked if anyone's going to go catch Colorado at this point. They're they're at 65 points. The Stars are at 57, and Colorado has a game in hand. They score a lot of goals. They don't give up a lot of goals. They have 2 regulation losses. Okay. It's like just all right. I don't know what to do with that.
I mean, in the NBA, the Western Conference runs the league. In the NHL, the Central Division is like it's just pure
bloodbath.
Chaos.
It's a bloodbath. Another note before the game on the 31st, Mikko Rantanen has 39 assists on the season and 38 games played. It's on pace for more than a point per game just with assists. So, like, if he does get up to his 30, 35 goals that he's kind of used to per season, he's going to have another 80-plus assists, it looks like. So he's going to probably set the record for most points in a season by the Dallas Star. That'll be cool. Robo's not too far behind. He's at 45 points. So he's 9 points back, but he's scoring a bunch of goals. So you don't need it. So, before we get to a preview of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, let's talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is our favorite daily fantasy app of choice. It's football season, so you can get into the action there. Obviously, you've got college football playoffs today as you're listening to this. Get in on the action with football season in full swing. Obviously, with the NHL season, we're hammering all the stars, points, and stats, and all the good things with Mikko Rantanen hitting the higher than on 0.5 points per game. Just doing it. He's getting an assist per game. You might get lucky and get a goal in there. You might get 3 assists. I don't know. I'm going to hit the higher than on Mikko Rantanen assists. I think Jake's been kind of rock solid here for about a month here now. I'm going to hit the higher than on saves with him, and I'm going to pair that up with another stat with like maybe Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, higher than points. Those are pretty easy. They're scoring points at a crazy level right now. Throw them in there. You can win up to 5,000 times your money with Underdog Fantasy. Download the app today and use promo code CSOI to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code CSOI. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 and older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. That's Underdog Fantasy using promo code CSOY. Play your first $5 and get $75 in bonus entries. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Dom, we got a double doozy. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. We got Buffalo at home. And I will say that we did have a major miss with that Buffalo game. We'll get to that in a sec. And then you got Chicago on the road, back-to-back, home and away. The home game against Buffalo, it's the 1999 Stanley Cup rematch. You know, we have the 99 jerseys. You know what jerseys we're not wearing against Buffalo on New Year's Eve in a 99 rematch? The 99s. We're not wearing the 99s. What are we doing? We missed hard on this one. Just add an extra game, put it on New Year's Eve against Buffalo. It makes sense. Do it.
Yeah, especially like the last game of 2025.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I might wear mine tomorrow, just in honor of the 99 team against Buffalo. I think I'm going to wear my Duchesne one. Just wear it around tomorrow. It's going to be cold as hell. I'm going to have to wear the hoodie, maybe a jacket over it. It's going to be it's cold, man. It just dropped out of nowhere. So we're not wearing the 99s, but Buffalo is on, what, a 9-game tear right now?
Yeah.
They're nuts. They fire their GM, and they just started going crazy. They're 20-14-4, so they're not like a crazy team, but 9 wins in a row it has to mean a lot at this point. Like, power play is okay. Penalty kills 3rd in the league, so they're pretty good on the PK. Great. Like, I didn't see this one coming, quite honestly. You fire a GM, that doesn't mean you fired your coach. There's not like a juice. I don't think there's a fire GM juice, but maybe there is. I don't know. They put a Finn in charge. Maybe it's all about the Finns.
I mean, there might be. Like, you think when Dallas fired Nico Harrison, like,
well, yeah, that was different. That was different.
The whole city was like in rejoice. I mean, but no, like, Buffalo has been on a heater recently. This is not going to be an easy game to get points out of, but doesn't matter who you're playing. When you have Casey or Otter in net, you have a chance to win a game. And love the way Miro's been playing. I love the way we've been getting these good chances. I think we can put together a good first period, and it'd be tough to beat Dallas. The back-to-back, it's kind of going to be a fun hockey, end of the week, end of the year. You got, 2 Dallas games, then you have the Winter Classic in Miami. It's going to be a fun watch, but no, I would love to see Dallas come away with 4 points in a couple days.
Yeah, I think the first game's important. You got to get the 2 points there. It's a red-hot team coming to town. You've got a bunch of days off. The Stars traditionally don't play super well with a lot of time off, so we'll have to see how they look against Buffalo on New Year's Eve. But they play exceptionally well on back-to-backs. They've literally only lost 1 game so far, and it was in overtime against the New York Rangers on a back-to-back circuit. It's pretty good. They just don't lose on the back-to-backs. So you're going to win one of them, maybe in overtime, maybe in shootout, whatever. You're winning one of these games, and you're not losing in regulation in the other. So this team's really, really hot right now. Like, their stats aren't like crazy. You got Tage Thompson and Alex Tuch. They're great. Great pairing up there, 34 points, 31 points. So they're not scoring crazy, but Josh Donor has been pretty good. Shane Doan's kid. So that was a great part of their trade, like getting him in there. Bowen Byram and Owen Power have been okay. They haven't been, I think, up to what they would really like, but I think they're starting to kind of cruise into it a little bit now. Samuelson's been good. They're a good team, strangely. Like, no one's out of it in the East, too, so they're playing hard. And now you're on a 9-game win streak, and you're coming into Dallas. Like, you want to beat them. Like, they're one of the best teams in the league, second best team in the league. Kind of got a target on your back with that. And with a 9-game win streak coming in, they're coming in as confident as any hockey team in the world right now. So I think it's going to be a really tough one against Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, you could always fault Buffalo for letting unbelievable hockey players leave the organization, but you also have to give them credit. They're bringing in unbelievable players. Like, they don't really miss too far off with some of their draft picks. They are really high, but they have talent on that bench, and if you let the game just kind of hang in the balance, like, they could take it from you easily, and we've seen that over the past 2 weeks from them.
Yeah, they've been unreal. I'm gonna go overtime loss on New Year's Eve. I think it's not gonna be fun. I'll go 4-3 OT loss. I think Buffalo's just on a heater right now, and I think Dallas is a little. They come out sluggish on 3-4 days rest. I think that's really all it is, and they could very much come out on the right foot and put 2-3 goals in the first period, and then it's like a blowout like they did in Anaheim and Orange County. Like, we can see one of those too, but Buffalo's hot right now. I'm just going to ride the hot hand. I'm going to go with Buffalo in OT 4-3.
I would love to be wrong, but just I'm with you on that, kind of a little too much rest for this team. Christmas time, uh, it is what it is. I'm going 3-1 Buffalo. I think they score 3 super early, and then we kind of try to claw back, but too little, too late. Um, Buffalo is just on one, and I don't think it would be the end of the world if we come out with a loss. Just they've been on a heater.
I mean, guys, we're second in the league in standings.
Yeah.
You're going to lose games every once in a while. All right, everybody, calm down. Like, we're second in the lead by 3 points. So Minnesota's catching up right now. They've got a game. We've got a game in hand against them. We have one more win, one more OT loss, 3 less regulation losses. So it's it's a good team in Minnesota too. So I wouldn't be shocked if they just kind of play footsie with each other the rest of the way. Adding Quinn Hughes, they have opportunities to add more at the deadline. Obviously, the Stars have opportunities with Tyler Seguin's LTIR money. If they so choose to put him on SE LTIR, they can use up to that $9.85 million cap hit. So we'll see what happens. We're not going to do anything until probably late February or right at the deadline. That's my assumption, because Tyler Seguin's not getting reevaluated until after the Olympic break. So we'll see what they do. But you got a game in hand. Just get a point, come out of that, and then you go to Chicago. It's a get-back game, and they don't lose on back-to-backs. I'm going 4-2 Stars. I think they're going to come out hot. I think they're going to come out angry. You got Casey and net probably on New Year's Day. I think they want to get that game back against Chicago that they just lost before the New Year's break, I guess, or right before New Year's happens. So I think they're going to come out hot. I think they're going to come out a little bit angry. I think you're going to see some big hits from like Ritzy, and I think Essa might get in there. I think he might get a little down and dirty. I think Lyubushkin has been really fun recently. If we can get him back in the lineup, I think he'll be a little down and dirty, getting some cross checks in there on the boards, throwing some Russian power around. But yeah, I think that's a get back game. I think you kind of take that one handedly, but the score ends up being 4-2.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lock down defensively. There's gonna be no easy chances for them this on New Year's Day. And I'll raise one more goal. I'm going 5-2 Dallas. And we start off the new year right.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Getting back into the regular swing of hockey now that the breaks are over until the Olympics, we got a lot of hockey. I mean, obviously, after the back-to-back, you get 2 days off, back to the Canadians, another back-to-back, 2 days off, game, day off, back-to-back. January's going to be hell. All right? There's a lot of back-to-backs. You start the month with a back-to-back, and then you have another one the next week, another one the next week, another one the next week, and then finally the last week of the last week of the month, you don't have any back-to-backs. It's going to be a tough month. All right. There's going to be a lot of games played. We got the Olympic break coming up. And then in February, you're at home the entire time, minus the Olympic break for like 3 weeks. So it's going to be crazy next 2 months. And then we're right into trade deadline. It's going to be chaotic. And everyone's going to it's going to take it easy. It's going to be okay. If you lose a couple in a row, stop panicking. Remember the beginning of the season when they lost like 3 or 4 in a row? And we're like, man, is this team going to turn it around? And all of a sudden they just they're fine. To just start winning games, 10 game point streaks and stuff like that. They're going to be okay, guys. All right. So if they lose a few in January, don't panic. We'll talk you through it on this pod. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I don't have the Miko bobblehead with me. I didn't travel with it because I didn't want to lug more shit around after Christmas and everything. So Miko Rantanen and bobblehead giveaway at 250 subscribers on our YouTube at Clean Sheet of Ice. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, telling all your friends, all your Texas hockey fans in your life to hit that subscribe button. We'll give it away. We'll do a bigger one once we hit 1,000. We're going to give away a jersey of your choice, your player, your jersey. We're going to pick it out 1,000 subscribers. We'll give that away once we hit 1,000. We got one at 500 and 750 as well. We're going to partner up with someone here in the new year as well and do a bigger giveaway for that 500 subscribers. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be really fun. So we'll do that. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Dom, you got any last words? We got a little bit of a shorter pod. We haven't had hockey in a few days. Obviously, we didn't do anything last week, so we're kind of quickly going through things before we get into the new year.
Yeah, I would just say, Stars fans, buckle up because January is going to be an absolute heater. We get to February. I think we finally see a fully healthy Dallas Stars team. I'm hoping Liam Bichsel can come back. If there's no news on it, it means that his recovery is probably on pace. So that's really good. I will say every time, it feels like we should have won a game, like people need to, like Colorado, I tip my cap to you, but you're playing your best hockey that you've ever played. Dallas isn't crazy far behind you, and we have not had a kind of in sync team all year. At some point, something's always happening, and we find ways to get points. So when we do get healthy and when we are clicking, I think we will be right there with them.
Yeah, I think we played one great week of hockey this season. And it was 4 games in a row. It was the Kings on the 15th, Sharks on the road 5-3, Anaheim 8-3 on the road, and then back home 5-1 against the Leafs. I think that's the best week of hockey we've had. That's 4-game stretch.
That is unbelievable to be on pace for one of the best seasons in Dallas Stars history. Like, that is crazy.
I mean, they're really good. You just bring back the 99 jerseys and they're really good, turns out. This team was good without the 99s. I'm just messing with everybody. Bringing back the 99s, bringing goalie in here, I think it's changed a lot of the culture. Obviously, without Sagan for the rest of the season is a huge hit for the leadership and the play. Sagan's still like 4th or 5th in points right now for this team. So big hit, but this team's really good. And now they got cap space to work with, just like we did last year. And it's going to be a crazy season. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to keep it going. We will be back on Friday, I believe. Could be, could not be. But I know on Sunday, me and Don will be hopping on that night for a Monday pod. We're going to do mid-season awards. We're going to talk about all the fun stuff, all the good stuff, all the bad stuff. We're going to get into all of it. Mid-season awards through 41 games. It'll be through 42 games at that point because they'll play the Canadians at 1 p.m., but whatever. That's going to be fun. We're going to get into mid-season awards, especially on Monday. If I'm not back on Friday, sorry, I'll let you know on Twitter at Apollo Stoney. I don't know. It's the holidays. So I got people in town. It's crazy. All right, Don. I don't know what to tell everyone. It's crazy. It's the holidays. I don't know what to tell you.
No. I mean, I think I can speak for both of us, and we are about to lock in because the Stars are about to. You buckle up because it's going to get busy. And this was probably the weirdest situation, like you being in Georgia right now.
Yeah.
I've had some things that have kind of come up too, but no, this is going to be that stretch. You're going to want to be listening to Clean Sheet of Ice as we make our run to that Stanley Cup playoff.
Yep. We got a lot of big things coming in 2026, so we'll get into it on Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast. Thank you to our sponsors, Zing Zang and Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching on YouTube if you're watching there, or on Spotify. We got video there as well. Hit that subscribe button on any audio platform you listen to. And we'll be back either Friday or Monday with a new episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.